Hi guys! We've been asked several times how we travel with cosplay. As some of you know, we live in the Boston area, which is pretty far away from a lot of the cons that we go to, and as a result, we do a lot of flying, which means that everything that we have to bring has to fit inside suitcases. This can get a little tricky, but after about 10 years, we figured out some tips and tricks for how to get all of your stuff to packed down nice, neat, and safe. We were recently in Germany, and while I was packing up to go home, I remembered to record what I was doing. So let's just follow along, and I will explain some of what I do to pack. Usually I start with shoes. Shoes are pretty big, awkward, and kind of heavy, and it's really important to keep them in a place where when your suitcase is upright, traveling through the airport or along sidewalks or in the car, they're not going to be bearing down and crushing the other items in the suitcase. You can see I'm kind of bunching them all up in the bottom, or what will be the bottom when the suitcase is upright. Side of the suitcase is closer to the wheels. Next up, what I usually like to do is put something soft or padded, or that I don't care if it gets a little dirty, into the bottom of the suitcase. A lot of suitcases have ridges where the handle is, and if you can kind of put something in there to pad it out, it gives you a nice flat surface to work with in order to get everything else stacked up in there. A lot of times you'll have a prop that's a little awkward shaped, or you're worried about the paint surface getting scratched or the sides of it getting dinged. This is a hammer that has some electronics on the inside, and I was worried about the surface of it. So one of the ways to deal with that is to wrap it individually so that the padding that's around the prop is not loose and shifting along with all the other items in the suitcase, but rather is sort of attached to the prop itself. The easiest way to do this is to just use your pieces of your costume. I used 2 pairs of leggings and a shirt and just made sure that it was wrapped up nice and sturdy so that when it went into the suitcase along with everything else, there would be plenty of padding. One of the struggles with cosplay that we don't get with packing normal items is that you have a lot of armor. Armor pieces are usually kind of bulky, they don't really bend or fold, you can't stuff them into a corner, you have to leave enough space in the suitcase for them. So what I like to do is I like to make sure that there's a nice soft surface underneath wherever I'm going to put my armor in. I usually pack my armor pretty early in the packing process because it needs the space that it needs. There's not a lot of flexibility with it. And then what I like to do is use the internal areas of the armor to put other items inside. So in this, I used the big old ball of padded hammer and I stuck it inside the armor. This gives the bonus of using the space inside the armor, and 2, provides both the armor and the hammer with a little extra protection. It keeps the armor from getting crushed because it would be hollow, and then it keeps the hammer from being able to shift around inside the suitcase. We use this box in order to put my giant Thor wig into. It's a pretty big wig, and if it was shifting around free inside the suitcase, there was a lot of rubbing that would pull it out of the braid that it's in, and also just kind of jank up the wig in general. We also put a couple of knives in there with it. They could be packed loose, but the nice thing is since we were using the box already, might as well stick them in there. Less likelihood that something's going to impact them along a glue joint or in a place where it's fragile and cause them to snap midway. I stuck this box underneath the hammer handle to prevent it from rocking back and forth a ton in the suitcase. Again, it's a long, skinny item, and if something impacted it just right and it didn't have a ton of stability underneath it, it would snap. Think about like in karate class when you have a piece of wood across 2 items, you can break it. The less stuff moves around in your suitcase in general, the better. Things are bouncing around a ton, they're going to be subject to a lot more impacts and a lot more force, whereas if everything is fairly snug, it's just a lot better for it. So generally, while packing, we try to keep a balance of hard and soft items. This can be really tricky when it's a costume that's all armor or all sewing is actually pretty easy, but if it's all armor, you end up using wigs and your street clothes and God only knows what else to pad it out. Of course, the problem with that is that a lot of times your sewing stuff is kind of delicate. This green dress, for example, has a lot of lace that you don't want something to catch on it and pull it or, cause a rip. So when using your clothing as padding, you still need to take care to fold it correctly, turn it inside out if you need to protect that as well. You can see here I'm putting a ton of different clothing items and some wig bags along the edges, really making sure that everything is very, very snug. But in my experience, a suitcase where it's very, very full, things break less. They just can't move around, and any impact to the sides of the suitcase when it's getting loaded into the plane, it gets absorbed by the items. If things are loose in your suitcase, they're going to be bouncing around, and that's more opportunity for them to get hurt with each item. So I will roll up every piece of clothing I have, every bag of a wig, and just really make sure that everything is super, super snug, especially along the top and the sides of the suitcase. So a lot of times things end up in your checked suitcase because they can't go on your carry-on. Big cans of hairspray, any kind of makeup or like beauty products that are too big for carry-ons. Unfortunately, part of the problem with checked luggage is it goes in the back of the plane, and there are temperature and pressure issues that happen in the cargo hold of the plane that don't happen in the cabin where you are. This can mean that sometimes containers will get overpressurized and stuff comes out of them. I've never had an aerosol can blow up on me. I have had like containers of glue or containers of makeup start to like ooze up over it. But a good safety thing to do with anything that you don't want spilled all over your costumes is use a little bit of tape. I'm using green painter's tape, but you can use any kind of tape that's going to stick, and just put it right over the opening of the container. If you have any items like sewn garments, in this case we have a jacket that has a lot of delicate leatherwork and beadwork kind of glued into it. It really needs to be folded in very certain position in order to keep the leather from getting too crinkled or the glue from wanting to pull. It's always a good idea to pack those things pretty on top, especially if they are clothing garments, because it means that you can keep it from getting smushed as more hard items go on top of it. Similar to the shoes, this is the clip that we use when we do wig panels. It anchors the head to the table. It's pretty hefty and pretty heavy and kind of awkwardly shaped, so I always try to get it as close to, again, the bottom of the suitcase, thinking about when the suitcase is upright. Just that way, as I'm pulling it along with me, it's not bearing down on anything. It's not going to crush anything. I think a lot of cosplayers keep their wigs in the Ziploc bags that we get them from Arta or, wherever you're buying your wigs from. I always make sure to keep about an inch of the opening of the bag open. It's not enough that any hair or any part of the wig is going to get out, but it is enough to make sure that all of the air can get out so that it's not just taking up space in the suitcase. Here we had to take a picture of all of the Got2b that we bought in Germany where it was nice and cheap. So this is an item I talk about all the time whenever I do my cosplay craft room panel. I don't think it's a very valuable investment for people who drive to all their cons, but for anybody who is flying to conventions on a regular basis, I highly recommend it. It's a luggage scale. They're about $10, give or take. We got ours on Amazon, and anybody who flies regularly knows that there is a 50-pound limit, and after that, they charge you a lot more. So there have definitely been times where we have been at the airport at the front desk, tons of people behind us in line, and we are frantically moving shoes back and forth between suitcases in order to try and get the 30-pound suitcase and the 60-pound suitcase to both be under 50 pounds. The luggage scale is really cut down on that because you can measure the weight of your suitcase before you even leave. We always end up with suitcases that are about 48 to 50 pounds exactly. So I always bring the scale with us because I never remember exactly how I packed each suitcase when I'm packing it up. It always packs differently. So you might as well just measure it, make sure everything's good, and then you don't have to worry about it once you get to the airport. You can't see me using it here. I may do a quick 20-second video on how to use it, but honestly, they're very, very easy to use. This suitcase was about, I think, 46 pounds, so I had a little bit more room to shove some extra souvenirs and other things that we bought in Germany into it. Like cookies. The key is always make sure that you re-measure after you've added or changed or moved anything around. You definitely want to make sure that you're under that 50 pounds. So anyone who follows us knows that we do a ton of big ball gowns, big old dresses. Those usually involve fairly large petticoats, sometimes several layers of petticoats. I always pack the petticoats last. They will crush down pretty easily with the assistance of the suitcase, but if you put them in first, it's tricky to shove everything else on top of them. This also has the added benefit of being a last layer of padding on top of everything, so it keeps the stuff that gets packed in the little lid section from bearing down on the items inside. And then, of course, I had to remeasure my suitcase to make sure it was still under 50. So, I know this video was a little bit of a weird topic, but I hope that some of you guys found this helpful, and hopefully there's something that you can take away next time you're packing for a con. And thanks again for watching. This has been a video by Cowbutt Crunchy's Cosplay. You can find us on every social media under that name.